So we really need that network because, we just closed a funding round. So we know out there are funds that will understand us and are willing to bet on us. But you need to find them. And that's not very easy. There's an ocean of funds out there. Honestly, hundreds, thousands of them. I cannot speak to 1,000 funds. So I need someone that guides that network. To be super honest, Savia has done a great job there.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrés Mitnik. I'm the co-founder and managing partner of Savia Ventures, and welcome to another episode of the Savia Sprouts, where today we're gonna talk about the built environment and construction tech. So I'd like to welcome our guest today, Andrés Mitnik.
Well, I am Andrés, the CEO of Strongway Forum. We've been around for about 5 years now. And what we're doing is that we're creating the next generation of wood. And that means being much more efficient in the way we use the trees, being much more efficient in the way we use the wood. So basically what we do is do more with less, and we found that wood was the vehicle to do that.
Fantastic. And we're happy to be part of the journey with Savia. If we go a step back and talk a bit more about the role of real estate and construction within the climate crisis, can you elaborate on that?
Totally. Well, construction is the world's biggest polluter. Consumes almost half of the raw materials in the world. If concrete were to be a country, it would be the fourth highest emitting country regarding CO2 emissions. So the industry as we know it works, but works in a very bad shape. And the world needs to build 13,000 buildings every day for the next 25 years just to cope with population growth. So if we continue building the way we build today, we are basically going to burn the planet in order to provide shelter to the population. And that doesn't take into account commercial buildings, office buildings, economic growth, etc., either by the regulation or because they're going to be a stronger value proposition, not only regarding price, but also regarding sustainability.
I totally love your approach, and I agree with you. I would be curious about, in that same space, new materials. You spoke about hardware, you spoke about emerging climate entrepreneurs. What would be your message towards real estate owners and asset managers that work in construction on what they should be doing, on why they should be relating to startups such as the ones we work with Savia?
Well, real estate developers, construction companies, I think they know they need to change. But when you're managing a large corporation and there's a lot of funding involved and there's a lot of money, you're very reluctant to change because there are risks involved. And then you can always wait for the next day, right? So you're going to put your next building there, and then you're going to say, okay, this is going to take 4 years. In 4 years, well, I'm going to figure it out. You are not going to be able to figure it out because regulation is coming. The demand from the public is coming. And for example, what we do at Strongway Forum, which is sustainable structural materials, you're going to need them in 4 years' time. If you start looking for them in 4 years' time, they're not going to be there. So either you start working with these technologies today and start trying these technologies today and start piloting and getting to understand how you're going to modify your construction methods, or how you're going to adapt your design to have a lot of more of prefabrication rather than to pouring concrete on site, or you're going to be actually out of the market. Because if companies like us start being developed when you have the need, it's going to take them 10 years to get there. So you're going to have 10 years of nothing to offer. And we're seeing that. Construction companies around the world are going bankrupt today because of rising construction costs, because of rising cost of materials, etc. So if that's not enough, I don't know what you need. But honestly, my advice would be start trying things, and start to understand how to create a less radical change within your company so you can adapt and not go through a process that can be very, very traumatic.
I love that. The progressive adoption of new technology. What would you tell us about your experience? We've been working together for some time now. About your experience with working with Savia and what attracted you to work with a fund like Savia Ventures?
Totally. Well, first of all, I don't think like plain vanilla VCs understand really climate tech. So you need a very special expertise, knowledge, and vision to be able to bet in a company like us, where you don't only have like market risk, but you also have some technical risks, and this is complex technology, right? We're a deep tech, which is not so easy to understand. And since day one, Savia always understood that. Not only understood it, brought us a value proposition where we didn't have, for example, a carbon assessment abatement model. And the first one example we did it with your help, with the help of Savia. And then there is the fact that Savia is also very well connected in the network. And especially if you come from Latin America, these type of topics are way less developed. And it's like double complicated because VCs do not know this, and Latin American VCs have really no idea about this. Especially because, I mean, combining robotics, software, structural engineering is not simple to assess. So we really need that network because, I mean, we just closed a funding round. So we know out there are funds that will understand us and are willing to bet on us. But you need to find them. And that's not very easy. There's an ocean of funds out there. Honestly, hundreds, thousands of them. I cannot speak to 1,000 funds. So I need someone that guides that network. And to be super honest, Savia has done a great job there. I think you introduced us to like 30 funds, very well curated. A couple of them ended investing in a strong form. And this is only the beginning, right? We're only closing our seed round, and it's going to come the A round, the B round. And that is the network. I mean, this is all about finding the right funds and the right individuals.
I'd like to thank you for your time, Andrés.
It's a pleasure always.
That was this episode of the Savia Sprout. If you would like to learn more about Savia Ventures, you are welcome to follow us on saviaventures.com, and see you on the next one.